I'm sitting here today with Gwen Crawford, clinical psychologist. Gwen works with children up to 12 years of age and their families. Welcome, Gwen.
Hello, Marcy.
Hi. Today we're going to talk about stress management in families. Now, Gwen, I've noticed that everyone seems to be so stressed out these days. Parents are running from work to home, to children's parties, to school events. How can we manage our stress levels within our family better?
Yeah, it's really an interesting question because life does seem to be happening a lot quicker than it used to, or maybe that's just me getting old, I don't know.
I think it's true.
But we seem to be wanting to fit so much more in. Children have after school music lessons or ballet or calisthenics or something like this. We're struggling as parents sometimes to get from work to the parent-teacher interviews at school. A whole lot of stuff like that can make us feel terribly pressured, and it is, we can become irritable, we can become quite anxious about, are we going to get there on time? Get to the interview on time? Are we going to pick up the children from after school care on time? That sort of thing. Yes, it can be really stressful, and stressed parents can sometimes get really quite cranky.
Because unfortunately we take it out on our children.
It can happen,
home,
yeah.
It's like, I've got to get dinner, no one disobey me,
and then
we've got to get this done.
And your child says, I need to have a banana costume for tomorrow because it's banana day at kinder. And that's the last thing,
Sure.
that you feel you're capable of doing that. And I was like, don't ask me. And of course, that's our stress being taken out on our kids. Yeah.
So would you suggest perhaps trying just to slow life down? If we're feeling really stressed in our lives and we are taking it out on our children, we get home from work or we get home from school pickup and the children want this and the children want that, and we find ourselves yelling or shouting or getting impatient with the children. What would you suggest as parents we do to...
Yeah, it sounds like if a family's in that sort of situation, it sounds like they're really struggling to keep everything happening, and it might be a good chance for them to stop and take a look at it, do some setting of priorities. What are the most important things they want to get done? What are the things that might need to be perhaps postponed for a little while, or what are the things that are really important that are not getting done? And to be able to prioritise and set limits. It might be that if your children wanted to play basketball and football and soccer, maybe that's too many things and the family really can't manage to do that, particularly if there's another child that wants to play tennis and lacrosse and hockey. You just can't physically get to all of the training sessions and all of the matches. So it might be a time for the parents, if there are two parents, to sit down and talk to each other about how things are going, what's manageable, what's not manageable, what can be changed, what can't be changed. Some things are easy to change, some things are really hard to change. Work-related pressures are often things parents have very little control over, so they may not really be able to, in effect, do much about those. But they might be able to do something about their other activities. They might decide to change something else that they're doing. They might decide to do the shopping at the weekends while the other parent looks after the children, instead of the parent who's at home struggling to go shopping with 4 young children.
I know with me I had 2-year-old in the pram, 4-year-old in swimming lessons, and the 2-year-old just got to the point where he didn't want to be in the pram anymore. And so I've had to cut out swimming lessons. Well, not had to, but I chose to cut out swimming lessons for my 4-year-old, only for another year or two. It's not forever, but it's just for now. And it was such a relief once I made that decision, because I thought, well, then that's one less stress in my life. That it was good that the 4-year-old was having the swimming lessons, but I didn't feel good about the 2-year-old having to be strapped in for half an hour or more watching someone swim whilst he wanted to be
And that sounds
there.
like you were able to make that decision without feeling guilty about it. But some people might have said, oh, I really don't want to deprive my 4-year-old of the swimming lessons, and they'd have struggled and procrastinated, not made a decision, gone on with a miserable 2-year-old, a cranky parent, and possibly a 4-year-old that's stopped enjoying their swimming lessons anyway. So you have to do what you can.
That's right.
Yeah, and make the goals achievable rather than sort of saying, well, you know, I'd like her to do swimming and I'd like him to do this and so on.
And I guess it's not forever if you map out your week and
No.
think, well, physically we can't do all these things. Let's not do that activity this term.
Or maybe change, you know, I know that in my family, when my daughter did swimming lessons, that was something that she did with her dad on a Saturday morning.
Right.
Now, I could have done it after school and had the other children to sort around, but this was something special that Dad could do with her on a Saturday morning because Dad didn't work on Saturdays, and that worked really well. And sometimes families might find ways of doing that sort of thing, taking turns to do some special activities with children.
Gwen, thank you for your time. Your information on stress management has helped me and hopefully helped some of you out there. We look forward to speaking with you again. Thanks, Gwen.
Thank you.